All right, welcome to CanHammer, everybody. Your source for 40k from the Great Wide North. I'm North. I'm here tonight with Nicholas. Nicholas is a local player, bringing his Drukhari to play tonight. He is the Nicholas that Chris talked about on our last cast that he played at P&P, and he's bringing a pretty, what I would now call old school Drukhari list, which I still think is very strong. It's just he hasn't had a chance to look through all the new psychic awakening stuff. And you know, I guess the jury's still out as to how good that stuff is, but still needs to be tested and played by people, so we'll see. But I'll be trying out my new normal list version 2B. If you follow the Custodes chat, you'll know the version nomenclature of my list, and so we'll be going over that in a second. So we're gonna get started. We'll be back with the armies. All right, here is my normal list version 2B. Version 2 and B option, where I replaced Shield Captain. The three options were drop Valoris, drop the Shield Captain, or drop an Aquilon Terminator. So 2B is drop the Shield Captain. We'll see how that works out. So basically I've got my three HQs. I've got Trajan, I've kept Trajan, I've got my Vexilla with the Storm Shield and Misericordia, Magnifica banner. He's the warlord with Champion of the Imperium. And I have a captain in allarus armor with an axe, and he's got the relic Praetorian plate for a little bit of flexibility in terms of redeployment, depending on who's at the back, Valoris or the captain. And that really depends on deployment type and my opponent, who needs to babysit at the back. So that's the reasoning behind these three and their loadouts. Then I've got my standard 5-man big boy unit of Aquilons, no flamers. I've got 5 bikers, welcome back bikers, goodbye Venatari. And I've got 3 caladius tanks now, a real meta decision to bring back 3 caladius with 2 blaze. So I've got the double blaze caladius and the 1 normal caladius. So basically I brought in the second blaze to replace the 2 palace tanks, which were giving up my full big game and not being super useful generally in this meta. So I brought back the third caladius with a double blaze. See how that goes. So that's the list right now, version 2B of the normal list. Let's see what Nicholas has brought. Okay, Nicholas, we got a nice looking Drukhari army here with all the usual suspects. So what you got in your list here?
I've got 2 detachments, so pretty standard Black Heart Kabalite detachment.
Yep.
2 archons with the Rid of Living Muse artifact.
Yep.
And the Labyrinthian Cunning warlord trait.
Yep.
I've got 4 Kabalite troopers, 5-man each, 2 with the shredders, which are the shotguns, and 2 with the blasters.
Okay.
They'll be riding in 4 venoms.
Venoms, okay.
With double cannons. And then, of course, the triple ravager.
Yeah, I still think a staple of all Drukhari is just too good to shooting to give up.
And then a bit of my cheekiness, I've got 2 full 10-man squads of mandrakes.
Yeah, you don't see these guys around very much.
They're pretty good. They'll do some mortal wounds hopefully tonight. And then rounding that out, I've got 2 razorwings with disintegrator cannons.
Okay.
And then I've got a simple vanguard detachment. I'm taking urien Rackar. And then 3 talos, all kitted the same, except ignore this dirty proxy here. They're all rocking haywire, macro scalpel, and the chain flails.
The standard loadout.
Yeah.
Cool. And 3 individual units.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Obviously there's no psychic powers, and you already spent your CP to give an extra warlord trait. You get that to the other archon, I guess?
Nope, that went on to urien. So he generates D3 extra.
Is he allowed to have a warlord trait?
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a pre-assigned one already?
Yeah, that is his pre-assigned one.
Oh, so you're allowed to play that stratagem on him because he already has a pre-assigned warlord trait? Okay, cool. And then you rolled and you only got 1 CP, so you got that CP back. So free warlord trait for urine. All right, cool. We'll be back with the mission. All right, we're playing mission 2, which is Cut to the Heart. This is the objective in the middle and 2 player placed. So I've placed mine here, and Nicholas has placed his in the building there. We're playing table quarters, so Nicholas is over that table quarter. I'm this table quarter, and it's mission 2, so Nicholas chose to deploy second, right?
That's right.
And to go second, so I'm going to deploy first and go first. So we're going to deploy in a second. Secondaries wise, I picked Butcher's Bill and Big Game. Basically the 3 talos, 3 ravagers, and the 2 flyers all give up those points. And lots of other units to kill as well. And then I picked Recon. And Nicholas has picked Gangbusters as usual. Recon, which is a great pick. He's got venoms and flyers and all these things are going to get him Recon pretty easily, especially with table quarters. And then he's picked Engineers with 2 kabalite units. And, you know, appropriately a unit can just hide in the back there. Okay, cool. So we'll come back after we've deployed up. Alright, so we've deployed up. I've deployed behind this ruin here using the advantage of the table quarters. I'm just in a little soft castle. I've actually deployed my Terminators because I don't want to get vected. And I think table quarters allows them to deploy in a fairly aggressive kind of central bully position. And I've actually put my Praetorian Plate Captain in Deep Strike to drop in a more forward position coming up. And Nicholas going second, so we deployed fairly conservatively, putting most of his stuff at the back here. All of his stuff at the back, except for there's a venom there, there's 3 talos here, and there's a venom over there, and that's it. So, have a good game. He's chosen not to seize, obviously. We'll come back, Custodes turn 1. Okay, so first turn movement's fairly conservative. These tanks just popped out here to get some line of sight. These guys just jiggled around, and this tank kind of popped out over here to see what he can do by himself. And I might take that back. Is that too aggressive? Probably. You know, I'm going to take that back, but it's going to be over there somewhere. We'll be back. Okay, so the blaze fluffed and -2 to hit. I left this venom here on 1 life, and nothing else happened. So that's really the end of my turn. Pretty uneventful, so I just hold, and that's it. 1 point. 1-0 for Custodes, going to Drukhari turn 1. Alright, Drukhari, conservative turn 1 movement. This almost dead venom is moving onto that objective to score that hold more point, which is nice. The jets had to move, so they've come up here, and that's it. Nothing else has moved. Ravagers shifted back a little bit. Yeah. And that's it. Okay, we'll come back at the end of turn 1 for Drukhari. Okay, so some shooting killed 1 biker, and that's it. So at the end of Drukhari turn 1, no kills. You got to hold, and you hold more. And then you did get a recon, and no gang yet, and no engineers. So it's actually 3-1 for Drukhari, going on to Custodes turn 2. Alright, turn 2 movement for Custodes. Just putting my tanks in a tighter bundle here, but moving up. Characters moved up. Terminators have peeked out just to try and kill that venom. I need that venom kill for sure. Bikers moved out here to threaten this flank here. And that's about it. Can't forget my captain. So I'll be back at the end of Custodes turn 2. Okay, end of my turn. So I killed this tank in shooting. I killed this venom. And I couldn't kill this thing. It was -2 to hit. And then I rolled again for the 3rd time on stream in the last month. Double 1, re-rolling 1 for CP into a 1. The chances of that, I don't even want to like calculate what the chances of that are. 3 times. Like, okay, anyway, I took 1 wound on Overwatch. So at the end of my turn, I killed, I hold. I did get a big game, so I can get 2 big game. Oh, no, he doesn't count, right?
No, he doesn't count.
So I could get either 1 butchers or 1 big game. I'll take a butchers. And no recon. So 3 points for me. So it's 4-3 for Custodes, going on to turn 2 for Drukhari. Okay, Drukhari turn 2. This venom has dislodged its members and is on that objective. That flyer that was over there has moved over here. I think those dudes are still in that building there. The talos did not move. These engineers, Nicholas forgot to get his guys out last turn, so they can't score engineer because they just got out. They weren't on the objective at the start of the turn. So they've all got out, and those guys re-rolled in advance, so there's 2 units of engineers on that back objective now. And the Ravagers have come out to play, and that's it. So we'll come back at the end of turn 2 for Drukhari. Alright, Drukhari turn 2 shooting. This jet did, I think, 1. Anyway, that with a combination of 3 Ravagers killed 1.5 bikes, so still 2.5 bikes left there, and that's it, basically. So at the end of Drukhari turn, you didn't kill anything. You do hold, and you hold more. You got recon. And you have 1 gang now. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're up to 7. And I got kill more. So I'm up to 5. So 7 to 5, going on to turn 3 for Custodes. Alright, turn 3 for Custodes. This tank is moved out over here. Just to contest that objective and to get me recon. These tanks have moved out over there. Those bikes have moved up that way. Terminators have come out a little bit and are on this objective here, and the characters have moved around inside this building, and the captain has dropped down over there. So we'll see what happens at the end of this turn. Turn 3 for Custodes. Okay, turn 3 Custodes, good shooting phase. This jet killed by the Terminators actually. This Venom eventually just got pecked away. I killed that back Ravager and this middle Ravager down to 1 damage. I killed these Kabalites that were in there, and I think that's it. Yep. So, at the end of my turn, I get kill, I hold. I've got 1, 2 more big game hunter. 2 big game hunters, so how many? So because I chose butchers last time, so I got the Ravager and this flyer. Yeah. So 2 big game hunters, and I got a butchers, and I got recon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So pretty good. So I'm up to 11 to 7, going on to Drukhari, turn 3. All right, Drukhari, bottom of 3. So the talos have come out to play. That guy was actually too far to make it through the wall because they're not infantry, so he's stuck back there. Urien has come out there too. A unit of mandrakes has dropped in the back there to put some mortals onto these bikes. Same with that unit of mandrakes there. And nothing else. These things just kind of shifted around. These venoms are hiding. And that's it. So we'll come back at the end of Drukhari turn 3. Okay, so the Darkkin have made it in. These 2 talos both rolled 12-inch charges. And then those mandrakes rolled an 11-inch charge, so beating the -2 to charge as well against all odds. Anyway, 1 wound done to this tank in the end. That bike unit is gone. Those mandrakes are actually pretty sweet. I think 4 wounds done to this from a Ravager, and this tank down to 7 from these talos, and that's it. So, at the end of Drukhari turn 3, you'd killed, you hold an objective. I hold more. Now you have 2 on there, so you hold more. I killed more. And you got recon.
And I should get 2 engineers, right?
And you got more gangs. So you killed the whole bike unit, which is 3 gangs in total. Yeah. And you got an engineer.
Should I get 2 or just 1?
No, you just score one per turn.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So you're up to 14. And I gained 1. So I'm up to 12. So it's 14 to 12 going on to turn 4. Close game. Okay, so Custodes turn 4. Terminators have come out. That captain moved over here. This tank backed out of combat, obviously, as did that Caladius, and that Blaze moved over there. Valoris and the vexilla over here. And that's it. So we'll come back at the end of this turn. Alright, end of Custodes turn 4. So these 2 Ravagers, talos dead. 1 died from Lastrum bolters, which was epic. And then the other obviously ate a whole bunch of power fists. Those Mandrake did die, took quite a bit of shooting actually, and these guys actually survived 2 rounds with Valoris with 3 guys left. And it's turn 4, so they're immune to morale. That's really annoying. But and then I killed that Ravager too. So that's a pretty good turn. So I killed, I hold. I got full big game now. I get Ravager, Talos, and I got Butchers. And I got a recon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. So I'm up to 18 to 14. Bottom of 4 coming up. Okay, bottom of 4, Drukhari. So the Kabalites have come out to grab this objective. This Venom is moved here for recon purposes. This Talos has come up. That moved over there. The Ravagers come out. And these Mandrakes fell back. And that's it. So we'll come back at the bottom of 4. Okay, end of Drukhari, bottom of 4. So killed 2.2.5 Terminators, and I left the Talos on 1 wound left. 12 wounds, so pretty good 4-up saving there, although you've been saving 4-ups pretty badly, I'll give you that much. And then intervened here with Valoris and killed those guys, so that was just forgotten to get out of the 3-inch intervene range. And that's it, so Drukhari turn, so you didn't kill anything. And you hold. You hold more. I killed more. You got your last recon and gang and engineers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So that puts you on 19, and I got an extra 1. So that puts me on 19. It's actually a tie game. Tie game going on to turn 5. Okay, so top of 5, just left the Terminators there. This captain has to stay here, get me hold more, and help me with recon. This banner's over there. Valoris moved into the building at the bottom there, and then the 3 tanks shifted around. And that's it. We'll be right back. Okay, so end of my turn, I did kill this talos, and I killed this ravager. And actually, the ravager took all 3 caladius tanks to kill. A lot of 5-up invuls going.
That was close.
Yeah. Okay, so I killed, I hold, and I got my last butchers, and I got recon. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So I'm up to 23 to 19, going on the bottom of 5. Okay, bottom of 4? No, bottom of 5. So these guys pulled out to try and keep hold of this objective, and Urien's gonna sacrifice himself so that you can get that hold more. And this venom needs to come in so to stop these guys from heroicing, because they're within 6 of the warlord trait allows me to heroic with these guys. And so there's that kind of nifty moving, and then the archon is just retreating here, and that venom moves over there. Okay, come back at the bottom of 5. Okay, end of round 5. So success here, killed 1 Terminator, but Urien died for the cause, just died actually, because he halves damage, that's pretty nifty. And then and that's it really. So at the end of Drukhari then, so no kill again, but hold more. I killed more, and you got engineer, and you maxed out your other ones already. So 1, 2, 3 points. So 22, and I got an extra 1. So 24 to 22, going on to turn 6. Okay, so we decided to call it at the top of 6. We kind of just worked it out. So, you know, all these units are going to die. I'm going to get hold more, kill more, and my last recon. And Nick would just be able to score his last engineer point and a hold, so 2 points. And I'm already up by 2 points. Mm-hmm. So we called it a game, and it was close then. It was actually like a 4-point victory. So pretty close game. So what do you think, Nick?
It was a...
Do you think it's going to be that close?
No, I honestly thought I was coming in here. It's going to get blown out. Basically, it was a really close game. Very tactical. I'm happy to max out my
we didn't do much for like the first couple of turns. Just like you didn't kill for the first 2 turns. I didn't kill for the first turn. I got 4 kills, and you got I got kill mores, but you got hold mores. So that was kind of even out.
That was my strategy coming in, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to kill a lot of your stuff. So I was like, okay, if I'm not going to kill, I need to hold more at least.
Yeah, so the difference in the game, because we both maxed our secondaries, was that for 4 turns, you didn't kill anything.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of game you got to play as Custodes, like denial, right? Mm-hmm. So denying that kill is really key. It can be key. That was the difference in this game, because we both maxed our secondaries. We both picked secondaries well, and you got hold mores and I got kill mores. So those things just kind of go out in the wash. So yeah, it was a pretty tactical game. I really enjoyed that.
It was good.
I think Drukhari is still strong, so you know you should check out the new stuff. I don't have any opinion on it yet because I haven't really read it, but apparently, according to Scary, there's some nice stuff in there.
There's some tricky lists that you can make, so I'm definitely going to try to.
Yeah. So I think otherwise, like, we played pretty good games. I feel like so there was this kind of cat mouse. Who's gonna go to the middle first? In the meantime, I'll just keep putting venoms on the middle, right? And I'll shoot them off, and you put the venom, and that was getting you to hold mores. So there was an argument for putting my guys on there to stop that from happening, but then I think the talos would have been more effective.
Yeah. As
it is actually, I limited the effectiveness of your talos by getting them to charge that tank. Didn't actually kill the tank, and then I killed 2 of them.
Yep.
So that was an interesting kind of fight over the middle. And then the kind of cat and mouse with the tanks and the ravagers. At the end of the day, ravagers not that great at killing vehicles.
No, they're not.
So as long as I wasn't going to get wrecked by talos, I think I was okay. And I had to kill the planes like the first turn, couple of turns. That was pretty much a given. So yeah, pretty close tactical game there. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. Thanks very much for coming over, Nick.
No, thanks for having me.
And we'll definitely get you back on when you have got some of the new stuff on board, and we'll see, because I'd like to see that stuff in action.
I'll work out something tricky for you.
Yeah, people on stream are saying the new stuff is really good, so there you go. Thanks very much for watching on the stream. Shout out to the Custodes Collective, and we'll see everybody next time.